Guys, welcome to my New York Giants free agency preview. As you guys know, the New York Giants are my favorite team in the NFL, so that's going to be the only team that I do a free agency preview on. So that's that. Um, Going into free agency, we have a lot of free agents. Probably not as much as a couple of years back, but we do have a lot of free agents. Most of them are just scrap. We just needed them for the year that we can get rid of them. About half the list we signed just last year, and we only signed them for 1 year contracts. Um, and some of them we signed right in the middle of the year, being that we had about 22 or 21 players on injury reserve. So we needed some replacements there to fill up the holes that we had. And so that's why most of these free agents will not be resigned, and the Giants won't really go crazy on re-signing players. They'll just focus on the draft and do a little thing in free agency acquiring players because I don't think they'll make a huge splash. Being that Jerry Reese, the GM of the New York Giants, said that he will not make a huge splash to free agency, but he will acquire some players, which I'll get to later because this is right after free agency begins. So I already know who the Giants acquired. One player so far. We'll see about the others. And I will be making a video on Giants. I mean, not Giants. Well, Giants free agency, but that's later in the year. But I will be making a video on all the crazy notable free agents for for not the Giants, the NFL, the total NFL, which were some crazy adjustments. Like Sam Bradford trading with Nick Foles, pretty crazy. But so much for Marcus Mariota, huh? Now no one knows where that guy's gonna go. Um, so let's start off with the New York Giants free agents. We'll start with Antrel Roll, safety. Matthias Kiwanuka, defensive end. Walter Thurman the third, cornerback, who got injured in the beginning of the year, so we really didn't really get a taste of how good he may do. Uh, Free safety Stevie Brown, offensive. I think he played center for us. Center J.D. Walton, uh, linebacker Jaquan Williams, uh, outside linebacker Spencer Pasinger, fullback Henry Hynoski, free safety Quentin Demps, running back Peyton Hillis, wide receiver Jarrell Jernigan, offensive tackle James Brewer, offensive guard John Jerry, the defensive tackle Mike Patterson, cornerback Zach Bowman, offensive tackle I believe he is Adam Snyder, uh, tight end Daniel Fells, cornerback Shockey Brown, and running back Chris Agbanaya. So let's start off with Antrel Roll. Had great years with the Giants. Originally was on the Arizona Cardinals. We picked him up in free agency, and ever since he has made memories here in New York. And uh, with the leadership that he has, um, compared, with the leadership he had throughout the years, especially with the leadership with Justin Tuck, who left the Giants last year, it's gonna impact the Giants a lot. I know John Beeson is the new leader of the defense, and he's the middle linebacker, so he's a leader anyway. But if he's always injured, I don't think he makes a huge impact that Antrel Roll makes because he's able to encourage his players and show it on the field that what he's talking about. So Justin Tuck did the same thing. I mean, Justin Tuck was a hardcore player, and unfortunately he went to the Raiders. But we lost our leadership too. I mean, those intangibles you just can't replace. So, Antrel Roll, I'm predicting that the Giants will not re-sign him. Sadly, he is getting there in age, and he's declining in his skill and his productivity. I believe somebody will sign him for about a 2 year contract for some 2 year contract for some big money. But I don't think he'll go past 2 or 3 years in a contract. He'll probably retire after whatever team he goes on. But am I hoping for them to re-sign Antrel Roll? Of course, first of all, we don't have any. There's no safeties in the draft that really will make an impact that Antrel Roll makes. There's no safety in the draft that you can that you can even draft. I mean, you got Landon Collins from Alabama. He's projected to go in the first round, and some people used to even say the second round. And I know the Giants isn't going safety in the first round with the ninth pick overall. They're definitely going to sign an offensive tackle, if not a defensive tackle. Well, I'm going for offensive tackle. We take Brandon Sheriff and put him at guard. But so, am I hoping that they resign Antrel Roll? Of course, man, he's awesome. But will they? No, they won't. Giants aren't really known for resigning so much players until they retire. They don't really keep players as much as other teams do. So okay, next we've got Matthias Kiwanuka. He was cut from the team, spent 8 years with us, and now we'll be looking for another team. Walter Thurman the third. He got injured in the beginning of the year. Cornerback. He's a cornerback, and he was our third cornerback. He's better in the slot, and so I think we will put him at the slot again. And so I think he will be resigned, even though he didn't get to prove what he can do. So I think for a little bit more money, we just sign Walter Thurman. Being that we're not making a huge splash in free agency, you might as well just waste some money. It doesn't roll over. So um, yeah, so I think they should definitely resign Walter Thurman, give him a shot. In what's supposed to be our strength in the defensive back area, I think he can make a huge impact there in the slot. So I hope they resign Walter Thurman. Free safety Stevie Brown has had some good years with us. I don't know if he's on his. I don't know if this is his rookie contract. I'm not sure how old he is actually. Um, but I know he's had some good years. I remember in 2012 he had 6 picks for us, and a few years back, well, yeah, last year he was injured for most of the year, so he couldn't play. And this year he was in. No, he got switched out for Quentin Demps, who was making a huge impact. So I think they should resign Stevie Brown. I think he solidifies a free safety role. He's a good player. He's not. He's a ball hawk player. He hasn't been getting so much picks lately, but he is that type of player that will go after the ball. And if you challenge him, he's gonna mess you up. And he's kind of one of the undermined safeties in the league. No one really hears of him, but I really like him a lot. We'll go to J.D. Walton. They cut J.D. Walton, which is assuming that they're going to draft an offensive lineman, being that we have no depth in the offensive lineman right now, and we cut an offensive lineman. So you can tell that the Giants are looking for some offensive linemen in the draft or free agency. I kind of think the draft is better to go, especially with offensive linemen. You need those young players to stay there for a while. Uh, Linebacker Jaquan Williams. We should definitely re-sign this guy. He has been declining once again. It seems like a Giants kind of theme that players decline right near their contract years, but I think they should definitely re-sign Jaquan Williams. Him with Devon Kennard and John Beeson, if he's healthy, can make a huge impact in the linebacking core. And if we draft the linebacker in like about the second and third round, I'm projecting, I think we can really make uh, an impact here in the linebacking core for the New York Giants. Spencer Paysinger. I'm thinking to resign Spencer Paysinger. He's shown some productivity and show some positive attitude in the team. But I'm not looking for him to start. I just want him to be signed for some depth. So if we resign him for another year or sign him for another 2 years, just for some depth, if John Beeson goes back out or, whatever it is, I think that they should resign him. Next, you got fullback Henry Hynoski. Now, he's been on the Giants before last year, but we signed him to a 1 year deal, and I think they should sign him for more than 1 year. Fullbacks are hard to come by, and I think he's an exceptional fullback. He's not the best, but he does his job. So I think they should sign him for more years. I don't know in the market about how much fullbacks get paid, but I'm sure it's not a lot, but I think they should give him a decent amount of money and sign him for about 2 or 3 years, tops, just so we could, go. I don't know who you're gonna find in free agency. There's no free agent. Well, there's John Kuhn, but he's gonna get reassigned, of course. He's loved by the Green Bay Packers and the fans. So Quentin Demps, the free safety, he is behind Stevie Brown. Also filled in for Stevie Brown when he was benched due to lack of productivity. Stevie Quinton Demps should definitely be resigned. He showed some greatness there. I like Quinton Demps. I think he should be signed for just some depth, just in case Stevie Brown goes out. We don't have any depth in the safety area really as much as the cornerbacks. Um, at strong safety, you have Antrell Roll and Cooper Taylor, who's injured and is not that good anyway. And then in free safety, we have um, Stevie Brown, Quentin Demps, and Nat Burhay, our rookie. So you can see where I'm going with this. We can't afford to lose our safeties. We need to keep them no matter how, I know their productivity isn't the best, but it's better than just picking up a scrub off the streets, right? So you got to keep Quentin Demps for some depth, and you got to keep Stevie Brown. If they release Stevie Brown and Quentin Demps, I definitely will be thinking something's up, that maybe they'll draft somebody in the second, third round, but they shouldn't. All right. Next is running back Peyton Hillis, a great running back, especially when he was with the Browns. He started off as a fullback, then just switched to running back. Um, they cut him. Unfortunately, I liked him. He wasn't showing. He wasn't giving any. He wasn't getting yards. The guy. So I mean, I can understand why they cut him. They already have great backs in Rashad Jennings. They have Andre Williams, and they've got Orleans Darkwa, their scat back, who I like, showed some promise there in the St. Louis game. Next is wide receiver Jarrell Jernigan. We should release him. Don't get me wrong, this guy has some real talent and real speed, Jarrell Jernigan, but I don't think our wide receiver core is just perfect right now. We don't need to mess it up. Being that we have Victor Cruz coming back, who knows if he come back 100%, but either way, he's going to be our number one receiver. We're gonna have Odell Beckham. We're gonna have Ruben Randall, and we have Corey Washington and I think Mario Manningham's still in IR, but we have Corey Washington. We've got some Preston Parker. We have so much wide receivers. It's not even funny. So he's on contract here. It only makes sense just to let him go. He'll find a good team. He'll probably be another third receiver. He is his speed really shows in the slot. So I think he'll find a great team to be on. But the Giants right now isn't going to fit him. This is his rookie contract that's expiring, so he's really young, and hopefully somebody can take him. James Brewer, release him. He sucks. John Jerry, release him. He sucks. By the way, they're both offensive linemen. They suck. Mike Patterson, he's not the best. He is up there in age. He's 31 years old. He's a defensive tackle. I say resign him for one more year, um, until you can get some depth there. Like until you could sign somebody that you know will stay there, then you could release him. But for now, he's kind of just that placeholder for the Giants in the D tackle area position. Next, Zach Bowman. He is a good cornerback. I don't understand why some people don't like him, or some people, just have him down in the depth charts. This guy can pick a ball, and he does not drop picks. I promise you, he will pick a ball. I even was looking into the Giants' practice that all the cornerbacks were learning how to catch interception like Zach Bowman, and he started a few games that got some picks. So um, even when he was substituted from DRC and he was covering the number one receiver, his first play that he was being number one receiver when he was subbed in, he got a pick. So you could see there's some promise in the guy. He is old. He's around 30, 31, 32, something like that. But I think we should sign him for 2 more years just so, last him out till he retires. So that. Adam Snyder. We should release him. He's 34 years old. He's an offensive lineman. He's done. Um, if he becomes a free agent, nobody's gonna sign him, so he's gonna retire. Who we got next? We've got Daniel Fells, tight end. I think we should release him. Just open up some however much he was asking for. We could draft a tight end. It's not a big deal. We could always find a tight end, someone that could block for us. Because right now Larry Donnell is our guy. If we could find somebody else, that'd be great. But right now Larry Donnell is our guy. So we just need someone to block. But on these two tight end sets, we just need someone to block. That's all. Even though Daniel Fells was a great red zone threat for weapon for Eli, I don't think he'd be worth another year. Shocky Brown, I think we should resign him just for some depth. He has shown some promise playing with us, and I think he's caught one pick if I'm not mistaken, and he shut down some receivers. He plays the lower receivers, third receivers. So, but I think we should resign him just for some depth, and add some strength to the cornerback position. Next, we've got Chris Ognabanayo, whatever. He's from the Browns. We should have resigned him. There's no point in resigning him. We already have Rashad Jennings, Andre Williams, and Arlene's Darkwall if we don't decide to cut Darkwall, which I don't think so because free agency already started. He didn't get cut yet. So, I think yeah, I think we shouldn't resign the guy. We already got Shane Vereen, which I'm so happy about. I know people are like, it's just Shane Vereen, man. Calm down. You don't understand how long the Giants have been looking for a scat back. Someone that they could just dump the ball to, like David Wilson. Someone, you know, screen pass to a scat back and run for some 10 yards or something like that. Just to get a first down. Someone you want to pass the ball to. Andre Williams can't catch the ball for his freaking life. All right, he admitted it himself. He can't catch the ball. Rashad Jennings can't stay healthy. Who do you have to lean on? Orleans Darkwa? No, of course not. Someone with some experience. Orleans Darkwa is a rookie coming into this year. Um, so you definitely got to go with Shane Vereen. This is a great decision by the New York Giants. If you guys disagree, you can leave it down in the comments. Who do you think we should have went after in free agency? There's definitely, I'm sure this isn't the only free agent that we're gonna sign. So tell me what you guys think. I think it's a great decision by the New York Giants to get Shane Vereen. Um, so yeah, who do you think we should go after next? I think we should go after um, probably another safety. I don't know how much safeties are in the market right now, but just go after one, just add some depth and have them compete in the OTAs and the final, I don't know how they call it, just training camps and training camps. So yeah, man, I'm pretty happy. So, new videos coming out soon. I'm hoping to make a free agency video, probably every week, just to sum up what happened every week. It's gonna be a lot because uh, here's what happened in one day. This is the first hour. This is all the free agents I wrote down. Notable, not the just don't like depth, like people just going for depth. This is all the free agents and trades that happened. And one retirement was Pat Willis. Pat Willis, man, great linebacker, and keep the faith, man. Because um, good luck to Pat Willis. But anyway, I dragged this video out for too long. Thank you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.